So he is the right person, but I think, my opinion, okay, he cannot do the politician. But many people favor for him, but I don't think so.
In Islam, is he Islam?
Of course, Islam. Of course, Islam. Everybody, almost politician, everybody, Islam. Human worship. What this idea? What this video? What is this? Some talking about Anwar.
The Tunku, Malaysia's founding Prime Minister, apologised for using it and promised not to abuse it.
Oh, very long.
But it has been. Dr. Mahathir used it to round up hundreds of his critics and then strengthened it so it couldn't be challenged in court. And now it's being used to create a climate of fear by a government seriously challenged.
Dictators and authoritarian leaders have great difficulty to acknowledge they have lost power or support. It's impossible. I mean, the likes of Hitler or Mugabe, you cannot imagine them saying, no, the people have spoken.
Right? He's honest person, right? No, he's not good.
Right?
He's right, okay? He's right. His talking is very right, exactly what you are right, nothing wrong. But he is supported by ordinary people. He can be the prime minister, but he cannot doing well among wrong people. Among wrong people, okay? But politician is majority of wrong, like Trump, right? Doing well with those people, otherwise he can be the key politician. Economy and Malaysia is very good. Okay, just Gini coefficient 0.4, very good, right? And per capita, maybe you don't believe it, 10,000. Thailand 6,000, very good. Just 10,000, just exactly get into the income trap, okay? And the growth is 6.5, is good until 2005. But how about now is maybe at the same as this rate, and Chinese hold 70%. 70%, like Indonesia is 90%, right? And where is the majority is service industry is 56 and industry is 37. 37% is electronics, half of those. Okay. I don't know this one. This war, price war house or something. I forgot that. Oh no.
Malaysia has reached out to its neighbors seeking support against China and its claims on the South China Sea. Malaysia says it can't stand alone against China's aggressions. So just how powerful is Malaysia?
You can study very well. This video is a good one.
Well, in terms of its size, Malaysia is somewhat average. At nearly 130,000 square miles, or about the size of the U.S. state of New Mexico, Malaysia is the 67th largest country in the world. Malaysia's population of nearly 30 million ranks higher than most countries, but pales in comparison to neighboring Indonesia and the Philippines, which together account for more people than in the United States. But Malaysia's population is growing, and the country has considerable economic potential. With a GDP of $338 billion, Malaysia joins the ranks of South Africa and Colombia as a middle-income country. Malaysia's Prime Minister Najib Razak hopes to bolster the country to high-income status by 2020, in part by reducing its dependence on exports, which account for more than 80% of its GDP. Historically, Malaysia relied solely on resource-based exports like palm oil and gas. However, today, the country boasts a wide range of exports, many of which are non-resource-based, like electronics.
This is very typical, different from compared with the other Asian countries. And Malaysia is not a resource exporting country. Major exporting product is electronics and cars. So this is very different from other countries, okay?
And cars. Malaysia is also part of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations and the Trans-Pacific Partnership, both of which promise greater economic cooperation between member states. But Malaysia's government is plagued with corruption scandals. Prime Minister Najib himself has been accused of pocketing more than $1 billion of state funds. Militarily, Malaysia is also somewhat unimpressive. Stacked against the world's defense, the country comes in 34th, just below Myanmar. This is in part because Malaysia only allots about 1.5% of its GDP towards its armed forces, well below the US's nearly 4% and NATO's recommended 2%. In the case of an invasion, Malaysia's army of just over 400,000 troops will most likely...
Okay, just keep in your mind, 400,000 troops is larger than Japan.
Yeah.
Okay?
outnumbered, as most of its neighbors
Japan is 300,000.
have significantly stronger military. Indonesia's army boasts more than twice as many troops as Malaysia.
Okay, Indonesia is 86,000.
China has roughly 10 times as many. But due to Malaysia's small military, the country has formed partnerships with most of its powerful neighbors. Surely this is why Malaysia is seeking help from its Southeast Asian allies in its battle over the South China Sea. Malaysia has historically taken a back seat in the dispute, but after China encroached on the country's territorial waters in 2015, Malaysia has taken a harder line toward China. In the
Actually, the South China Sea is Malaysia, not strong opinion against China.
Why? Because of the,
Not so much territorial issues.
because of
Malaysia is Malacca Strait, only Malacca Strait. And like Vietnam, it just confront